What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another reaction for Bartender Glass of God. I made a mistake last episode, said it was episode 2, and then I was actually on episode 3. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know. So, today's episode is episode 4. I hope I'm right. But yeah, let's just jump right into it.
Monsieur Yamanochi? Are you sure?
Yeah, damn near impossible to get a reservation at his restaurant in Paris. He's a hell of a chef. Hotel Cardinal just lost its chef. Poor Sap had a family emergency and needed to move back home to handle his affairs. I reached out to Monsieur Yamanochi. We're in talks now. But his requests are a bit on the specific side.
All ingredients must be imported directly from my usual suppliers in Paris. Even the water and the vegetables?
It may be different with a small restaurant, but on the scale of a hotel, that would be bad for profits.
We've got to renegotiate these terms. Perhaps we could come up with some sort of compromise?
Compromise is key. He's a tough sell, that's for sure, but he'd be a great fit for us. I'm leaving this to you. Let's make it happen.
That's a big ask. Are you sure this guy's worth the trouble?
Yes, I know he is. Pray to God if it helps. That, or maybe just pray for a taste from his glass.
Oh, yeah.
Here you are, a Moscow Mule.
I never heard of that drink either. But I don't be like experimenting. I stick to my usuals.
Never had a Moscow mule that tasted this good before.
Unless somebody be like, try this real quick.
Boss and staff were right. You'll know it when you drink. It sounded too hokey to be true.
Ah, the Kuroshimas?
What? How did you know that?
You're sitting on a bar stool and still have great posture, so I assumed you worked at the hotel.
Wow. From my posture, you've got a sharp eye. I gotta be honest. Before I walked in here, I wasn't really sure this glass of God was even a real thing. Now I know. With one drink, you've broadened my horizons, kid. It's surreal. I feel energized again. Just the nudge I need to keep the ball rolling. You're the real deal. Your cocktails can give people the boost they need.
That's very kind.
And that's why I'm here.
Huh?
I need your help with something important. I want to use your talent and your cocktails to nudge someone, like you nudged me.
Oh, I see.
Listen, you'd really be saving my neck here. Please, sir, help me.
Why does it have to be me?
Were those girls trying to get you to do the impossible again?
Not them. Their boss stopped by Eden Hall and asked me if I could do him an important favor. Oh.
I never got like people like, I needed this over a drink.
Picked up on that, huh? I added a little chef.
Like this is just hit the spot. The stressful day.
And there's something else, too.
It's just a drink to me.
A little dab of honey.
Ah! You put honey in gyoza?
Pretty crazy combo, I know. But
G-
if we can
Gil's a fire.
preconceptions. We can open ourselves up to
I never had it with
discovery
honey though.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you got a point, huh?
What? Why'd you decide to go to Edenhall by yourself, boss?
Did he say yes? Does Ryu Sasakura work for us now?
No, it was something else. The chairman sent me with a special request. We would like to hire Monsieur Yamanochi.
What? The famous 3-star chef from France?
The old man's trying to kill us, isn't he?
I played the hand I had.
What's that mean? You see him as a last resort or something?
This coming weekend, we'll be hosting Chef Yamanochi. And then we'll finish the night at Eden Hall. We can't afford any mistakes. Bring your A game, okay?
And what's Sasakura? I think that's the name, right? Sasakura? Sasakura? I forget. He probably know that chef too.
Welcome.
I love this beat, man.
Kamishima,
Yes?
I hope you understand I'm not asking you to source French ingredients simply because I'm a Francophile. Imagine if I wanted to start a yakitori restaurant in Paris. The meat is one thing, but what about the sauce? Could I do it justice without authentic mirin, soy sauce, and zarme? If I requested to ship all those ingredients from Japan, would it be unreasonable?
No, not at all. However, shelf-stable goods are one thing, but fresh water and vegetables?
If that's non-negotiable, then we're all wasting our time here. I'll finish my meal, then go back to my room.
Please! There's one last place I would love to take you.
I'd like that too, if you're willing.
Yes, we'd be honored.
Fine, one last place.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome in.
I'm only here because they were insistent. You're a little young for a bartender.
Okay, never
You
mind.
serving me tonight?
Yes. Now then, there's something I'd like you to try. If you will.
Please, just have a little sip, and then try to guess what it is.
What? Is this like a blind tasting?
Yes. And if you're able to guess what it is you're drinking, then we'll leave you alone and send you on your merry way. But if you fail this...
Then I have to hear you out. Is that the game we're playing? I'm a chef who's trained in French cuisine. I'm rather confident in my ability to identify alcohol. I have a world-renowned palate. You sure you want to do this? C'est la vie.
Master French chef versus master bartender.
Here you are. This is the beverage Kamishima selected.
In the light, I see more amber hues than the deep red of table wine. This is the shade of a vintage port. The legs are average at best, must not have a high alcohol content. I'm getting tangy notes of yeast, the type I associate with Japanese miso. If they chose this drink specifically for me, I can only assume it must be a wine. This aftertaste is familiar. It's definitely a sherry. Oloroso? Amontillado? I got it.
Do y'all know these terms? 'Cause I don't.
An Oloroso aged for about 20 years in Spain.
That's quite the guess.
Oh,
Is that...
I think so.
You're kidding, right? There's no way.
You got another person with this different ingredient.
muted.
Yep. It was aged 10 years to maturity. This is the real deal.
mirin, like the cooking ingredient?
Yes, ma'am. Traditional mirin is made by fermenting steamed rice, koji mold, and shochu. It's actually a sweet alcohol. If you'd like, you should all give it a try.
Straight mirin's pretty good. I never knew.
I can totally understand why he thought this was a Spanish sherry.
Excuse me. This wasn't a fair challenge. You tried to pull one over on me. I refuse to work with tricksters.
Please, don't go!
It's true. You know your stuff, sir. If I picked up on the smell of the koji mold, I would have guessed an Oloroso too. You may have heard this before, but allow me to share a story with you. In Tokyo, there was a competition to find the best sommelier in the world. One participant thought that a Northern European alcohol was Japanese umeshu. Since the event was in Japan, one can assume his preconceptions affected his sense of taste. But later, the same man was honored as an expert in his field, which proves even the greatest professionals can sometimes miss the mark.
That person was a world-class sommelier. How could they confuse European liquor for umeshu?
They make assumptions.
I have barely any experience with Japanese
As a
alcohol.
Japanese chef in France, I'm sure you
I had some kind of sake at a sushi spot.
If you didn't use their produce, your cuisine would not be considered truly French. Even if you carefully followed authentic recipes, you would be criticized for going against tradition.
Poor guy. That's why he was so insistent on importing everything from France.
How could you possibly know all that?
Because just like you, I was once an outsider. He's from Japan. Can he understand Western tastes? Can he do our recipes justice? If I had to guess, Kamishima wanted you to break free from preconceptions. What better way to do that than to show you how easy it is to be wrong?
Did you really think that far ahead?
Yeah, you sure did. Isn't that right?
Of course. Yeah.
It's nice to have a friend like Sasakura.
How's the rest of your night look? I'd like to hear a little more about what your hotel's offering.
I'd be happy to chat.
He like, won't they leave me alone now,
You
please?
did a great job.
Well, it was all thanks to your advice.
I really wish I'd been there to see the moment Monsieur Yamanochi made an about-face.
Me too. Ryu Sasakura's got a gift. How do you suppose someone as young as he is came to be such a talented and insightful bartender?
If you feel that way, stop wasting time and get the kid to sign a contract.
Yes, sir.
Yamanochi had to see through the whole ruse. There's no way my manager would have known to do that with Mirin.
A bartender's no different than Mirin. He's the bar's secret ingredient.
Well then, what are the guests?
Come on. What else would they be? The main dish. Without the customers, there would be no bar. Just a bottle of Mirin. Oh?
Hello.
Oh, you're
May I
back.
come in? Thank you. Work's been tough, but today I finally built up the courage to quit.
Please, have a seat.
You were here that day? I'm so embarrassed. Wow, please kill me.
So whatever happened with your bartending job?
I chose to stay. You can thank this guy in his lecture.
He changed your mind?
After our chat, I gave it everything I had in me. And now I'm actually allowed to serve cocktails to guests, which is great. But I'm at a loss.
Okay. Step up.
Here you are. A martini.
I don't like martinis.
My dear, this martini, it has no face. Making drinks like this won't help your training. You've got to learn more about the process.
It has no face? What the hell does that even mean?
What can I get you?
A beefeater and noi at a 3-to-1 ratio. And hopefully this makes sense to you, but I want a martini with a face.
Yes, ma'am, right away. A traditional martini uses gin and vermouth. It's one of the simplest drinks to make. You may wonder, why is this considered the king of cocktails? It may only have 2 ingredients, but
I wondered
there are
that too.
infinite combinations. Which brands will you use? What ratio? Depending on who makes them, they change. The choice of gin and vermouth determines the expressions. No matter where you go, the martini will reign supreme.
It gives off a fragrance. How is it totally different from the ones I make? I try to mix them the same way as my mentor, but it never works.
My guess? You haven't been fully drawing out the character of the beefeater.
What do you mean?
If you allow beefeater to get watered down, it starts to lose its aromatic qualities. You'll want to aerate it, but the key is to do so in a way that barely melts the ice. Then it releases its citrusy fragrance.
That makes
I
sense.
never taught the importance of how to mix the drink itself.
If you didn't understand the art, what made you choose beefeater in the first place?
I had alcohol where
Oh, it's because that's the gin.
the alcohol was overpowering the fruity flavor, or the fruity flavor was overpowering the thing when it wasn't supposed to.
Some of us might say, it's a martini, but it has no face.
Thanks for helping me understand what he meant.
In the end, I feel the same as Minami.
Huh?
It's impossible to learn from words alone. The best teachers are anxiety, the uncertainty you feel, and the hours spent failing by yourself. If that's too much for you, perhaps you shouldn't be on this side of the bar at all. maybe you should stay over there.
Who the hell do you think you are? You did this the other day, too. What gives you the right to be so cruel?
Yeah, I'm with her. That was a little harsh.
If you've got the energy to be mad, would you like to go out, have another martini with me?
Huh?
Don't ask for advice if you don't want to hear the truth.
A local place. It's a bar I was taken to when I was still an apprentice.
That's not intimidating.
I haven't been here in a long time.
Can't be out here messing up people's drinks.
Oh, it's a music lounge.
For proper technique, are you sure a dive bar is the best example? Seems strange to me.
Dive bars are dope.
Hey, check it out. The bartender's a woman.
Oh, you're right.
Hey, come on in.
So, is the owner Uehara here today?
Nah, he took the day off.
Ah, okay. Well then, I'd like a martini, please.
Me too.
And I'll take one too, please.
Got 3 martinis. Coming up.
A vodka martini.
Over in the West, vodka martinis are more popular and often served shaken, not stirred.
Here you are. 3 martinis.
I was honestly expecting this to be so much harsher than a gin martini, but it goes down way smoother and still has a strong punch, too. This thing is a martini, that's for sure.
That's so cool. I love that the peel sinks to the bottom so it's a lot easier to drink.
I'm impressed you picked up on that.
Oh, I didn't even notice. You're right, the lemon peel usually floats to the top and gets in the way.
That's crazy how you didn't notice.
It's a trade secret, doll.
Pretty cool. Just a nifty little trick I thought of. When it's like this, the customer gets the flavor of the peel, but doesn't have to worry about dodging it every time they take a sip. You've got to have a damn good eye if you want to make it in the service industry.
Alright, this is making me want to try a martini again.
Other people don't.
Maybe I just had a bad one.
Been a while. But I learned from Uehara too.
Cool. You mind if I ask who you are?
Oh, yeah, I used to work at Bar Kaze. Ryu Sasakura.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Kyoko Kawakami. I work at Minami.
Hey, so you're in the business too. My name's Yuri Ginjo. At this point, I've only been bartending for about 3 years.
3 years? But your drinks are so good. And you've been working as long as I have. Great.
Can I get you another round?
Well, what should we go with next?
If she makes it with gin, I wonder what kind of face it'll have. I'd like a gin martini if you would, please. You freeze your gin?
I keep it at -5 or 6 degrees, so it doesn't quite freeze.
I like the character designs, man. Like, I don't know, something about them.
Extra dry. 2 dashes.
Dry vermouth and gin?
Yeah.
I know. I've been watching too much isekai, so like,
It raises the temperature.
they're usually like the same template, but
Why would you want to do that?
When the temperature goes up 1
even in
degree,
shonen manga, I kind of feel like samey. But yeah, this is
you see that?
this is cool.
She's bringing out the essence while keeping it cold. She's got it down to a science.
All this time, I was thinking about it wrong. I thought stirring and shaking just lowered the temp.
Are you sure you're comfortable sharing your technique with 2 other bartenders?
Even if the amounts are all the same, different people can't necessarily recreate the same flavor. Yeah, this martini right here, no one else makes it like me.
It's true. This is her unique martini. Even though it's got a kick up front, the essence of juniper and the character of the gin stand out. I'm ashamed to say it, but this is great.
Thank you.
I thought martinis were basically the same. I didn't realize how different they could be.
The face of every martini is a reflection. It shows the character of the bartender who made it. Well, here we are. I still don't know what kind of bartender I am, or where to
I
start
don't know
searching.
all about
You're the
all
only
that,
person
but
who can make
okay.
your martini.
What?
You'll find what you're looking
I'm not a
for.
bartender, so
I'm still
we'll just
searching
go
for
with it.
myself too. That's the reason I joined a competition.
But Which competition?
You've heard of the cocktail awards, right?
Yeah, of course. That's the one where they ask you to create an original version of a specific cocktail.
Right, which got me thinking. If I were to compete, it might push me more. Find out who I really am inside.
Excuse me?
Bye. Please enjoy.
What kind of bartender am I? Huh.
Whoa, Ryu Sasakura decided to drop by? You know he's the Glass of God guy, don't you?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, yeah. You're the new guy at Bar Kaze, right? So, what kind of bartender do you want to be in the end?
One with the glass of God. To be able to take my guests' worries away by mixing their perfect drink.
Good kid. He had a real hungry look in his eye when he told me.
He didn't have the same look to me.
Huh?
All right, I'll make it happen.
I know how presumptuous it is of me to ask this from you. Thanks for listening.
It's fine. Don't sweat it. And besides, I have a good idea too.
That is the end of Bartender Glass of God episode 4. Sasakura just keep getting bothered by the company. Slowly trying to lure him in to take the job. And I forgot that girl name again, the other bartender. I don't even remember the new girl name. It's just hard for me to remember names. But he got more. He gave her more advice. She got mad at him because he was harsh, but he been real. Like, he take this seriously. And Mari, I think that's the name, Mari. She tagged along again, chastising him on how he delivers advice. But it was cool. We learned about martinis. We learned about I don't remember the other drink. See, I'm bad with names. But learn about how the different ways they prepare martinis. Because I never knew they had a martini or the thing, whatever it is in there. It goes to the bottom. Only seen the ones at the top. And that shit always disgusts me. But yeah. Not a solid episode. Nothing too crazy again because they still slowly trying to lure him in. But like I said, I like this. This is wholesome, man. I'm not a crazy drinker or nothing. I only drink on occasions. But I'm enjoying learning about alcohol. This is dope. So nothing too crazy. But yeah, let me know what your favorite martini is in the comments below. And do you like martinis at all? So yeah, I'll catch you guys next week. I'll try to drop this episode when the episode actually comes out. I just got behind. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.